So we're live now. So as we already know, and let us go to Amazon S3. Okay? As you already know, every time that you create a bucket, the bucket by default is private. Okay, so there's no way that you can share something that is private with anyone without creating a pre-signed URL. A pre-signed URL is a URL that you can share with other people, and they have an expiration time. By default, a pre-signed URL expires in 1 hour. So that will be 3,600 seconds. You can have it from a longer time, for 2 hours, 3 hours, a day, a week, but it's all given in seconds. So you have to calculate how many seconds. You have to multiply 24 by 7, and then 24 by 60. Well, actually 24 by 7, and then that you multiply by 60, and then that's going to give you how many seconds you have, right? In a week. So I'm going to delete first. I'm going to delete the bucket that I have right now, right? Okay, perfect. The bucket is deleted. So if I refresh that, it's deleted. Okay. So let me create a bucket real quick. And let me call the bucket AWS. I would say pre-sign URL test bucket, and then trainer 2021. Okay, so that's going to be the name of my bucket. Right. The data is going to be in the region US East 1. Okay. And we're blocking all the public access, so it's private by default. We're not enabling any versioning or server-side encryption. That's right. With just a basic bucket with no settings, different settings from than from the default settings. Okay. So whatever I upload here, if I decide to upload a file, right, any file, right? Let's say that I want to maybe, let me have something that you guys can see easily. Okay, maybe this challenge here. All right, so I want to download this guy. I'll upload it here. Okay, upload the file. Now the object is already uploaded here. So if I share this with you, right? If I just paste it here, I get an access denied for two main reasons. The bucket is not public. Okay, the bucket is not public, and the object is not public either. Right? This object is not public. It's private by default. Okay, as you can see here. See here. Okay, it doesn't have public access enabled. Okay, and if I click on permission, it says that only the owner can read and write, and no one in public can see it. So not public access. So public access, there's nothing here. All the users cannot see this, right? And if we take a look at the bucket, we see that the bucket on the permissions, the bucket has public access blocked. Okay, so it's not public by default. But if I share this link with you guys, can someone real quick, share the screen and click on that link that I'm going to paste on Slack? Share the screen, please, and click on that, please. You get access denied. You see? Okay, so keep it there, Nathan. I'm going to share my screen now, and then I'm going to create a pre-signed URL so that Nathan can see it, okay? So what I'm gonna do is say AWS S3 and use the command pre-sign, right? Pre-sign. I'm gonna provide the name of the bucket, which is, okay, the name of the bucket is this one here, right? That's the name of the bucket right here, right? The name of the bucket, the name of the object, which is challenge4.md. So I'm going to say this, challenge4.md. Okay, that's going to be the path to the object, right? And then I'm going to say, well, this expires in, let's say that I want to say 2 hours, 7,200 seconds, that it will be 2 hours, right? So as soon as I generate this pre-signed URL, Nathan and everyone that gets this link, we have only 2 hours to download the file or to see it. After 2 hours, this pre-signed URL will expire and no one else will have access to it. Okay? No one will have access to it. So I'm going to go ahead and generate that link. It says that, well, I have a problem because this is not the name of the folder. This HTTPS doesn't go there. That's not the name of the bucket. So I have to remove all these guys and put it here. Okay. Now it said this. I get a pre-signed URL that was generated, so I can share this with Nathan and the entire class. And Nathan, I'm going to stop sharing, and then you will be able to show it to the class, right? And go ahead and click on that link, and let's see what Nathan sees. So now you guys can see the file that I uploaded.
Yep, right here.
Yeah.
Very long URL.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, guys. So that is a pre-signed URL in AWS to share something public with other, something private with other people that would not normally be able to see it. Be able to see it if there was no pre-signed URL. Okay. So this is.
So all you do is upload an object, and then you go into the console and type that command, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one way. You can create it from an API. You create it from using code, right? But this is the easiest way, right? Now, if you do it from, let's say, VS Code, you have to share your credentials or permissions with the person you're sharing the URL with. But as I'm doing this from the CLI and I'm already authenticated, all the permissions are included in this URL, and you don't have to, you see here, my credentials here, right? Okay. So they're already included there, and then you don't have to you don't have to use any permissions or anything. It's just signed. It's already signed by me, right? And then it's pre-signed for you, right? Yeah, as simple as that, guys. As simple as that. That's how you create a pre-signed URL and share a private object with someone. Okay.